right. One of these days I'm gonna start the camera and know what I'm gonna say. As soon as the camera starts, I'm like, ah. But I'm deciding to do, oh sorry, that was my shoe. I'm deciding to do just one video this week and just combine. I don't know if it was a little silly to do or try to do two separate series on the same channel. We'll see, but I want to try my hand at more than a short. So here we are with the landscape view, and to just kind of talk about the two subjects that I've been talking about for the past, it'll be 14 weeks now, which is the process of writing my first book and also the process of selling my building. And I've been titling the process of selling my building, the Landlady Club, and the process of writing my first book called Process Journal. Like that's the series, and every time I do a video, that's like another journal entry. And these things have been mixing and mingling, and they affect each other obviously because I'm the same one person. And what I've been going through with the building is affecting just every other aspect of my life, including the process of writing my first book, which initially just what I'm going through with selling the building, which was also my home and how I became a landlady, was the, I guess, impetus for getting to the process of writing my first book. So I've always wanted to be an author. I'm a writer. I've been a writer for as long as I can remember. I have a journalism degree, and I've been published a little bit. I started off like when I graduated, I freelanced and had like internships and things like that. But I decided to focus on like photography more so. After that, I started my own magazine and have just been wanting to be an entrepreneur, and we'll get into all that later. But yes, so it's just time to write the books, and what better time than being homeless? Like I sew and everything, and so being in a place where I'm in between and transition, I don't have the space to do the other things like necessarily take pictures or sew, which is you know, I definitely want to start my own clothing brand. I don't want to confuse you with all the things that I do, but I definitely want to like make clothes, at least for myself. And that was what I was working towards, working on or being in the process of before I got scammed by a contractor when I went to do the work on my home. But now I am just focusing on writing the book because you can do that anywhere. However, the focus on that has just been not there the last couple of weeks because I've just been in this limbo purgatory with a buyer that just keeps extending and requesting and stipulating things. And I have just decided, after sleeping on it last night and talking with the attorney yesterday, who I'm not that happy with my attorneys, to be honest, because I'm not feeling like these people are on my side. Like they keep telling me the things that will help the buyer get out of the contract, but not help me. And it's just feeling annoying, and like I made another bad decision in going with them. But that's neither here nor there. We're in it. But I guess that's just kind of like the recap of the Landlady Club part. I still have not sold. I'm still under contract. I have put my foot down basically as of this morning and said that without agreeing to forfeit the earnest money should we not close this Friday, which would be August 28th, then we have there's no extension, there's no, that's the end. And I'll be back on the market, and you know, that's very disappointing. I evicted my tenant because that was a stipulation that they required. So now I will have to pay all my carrying costs on my own due to acquiescing to them when I should have stuck to my guns. So we'll see. I don't have an update. I sent that message to the attorney early this morning, and it is 12:13 p.m. here in Chicago right now, and I don't know. But that's how it's been going. Like, even my attorneys are not getting back to me, and then they're telling me, well, they're going to ask what the holdup is, or what other conditions, you know, are going on with their loans. It's like, you should have asked that first and then told me, and then I make decisions, and then we make decisions. Either way, I'm not gonna get worked up about it. I've already let go and let God. I've already accepted that what is for me, and what is for me will not pass me. And I just kind of want to get back to being my naturally optimistic, high hoping self. This is very disappointing, but I just cannot live in that anymore. I cannot live in the limbo. So there's a definitive here, and that's that. As far as the process of writing my book, I did write a little bit. A little bit. If you watch the last short, I was still in the same like 16,000 words. I'm at 17,081, so a little bit. But over this past weekend, it wasn't just that I'm going through the stuff with the property. One of my very good friends was in town, and getting to hang out and talk and catch up, it was really good. And I ended up telling her a story about a guy who is kind of what one of the love interests is kind of based off of, and, you know, just kind of telling her a little bit about that. And so it's kind of put me back in that mode, and now I'm really wanting to write the romance kind of part, which I need to be focusing on other things. That's the fun part for me, like the fantasizing about, like, oh, what if this happened and all of that. But I will say that has gotten me to writing, so that's really good. And yeah, I'm just in a slightly different space today than I have been the last, I would say, like 2 weeks. I just feel okay, and I'm very grateful that my broker, when I gave the heads up that I was going to make this decision, just kind of agreed with me. I've been missing having people on my side, having like a team, having it be like, yeah, people are willing to fight for me, especially the people that I'm paying. So not only that, but just kind of like in life, like who is looking out for me outside of just me, only me, all the time. And so just that quick agreement was very reassuring. And then that coming off of just hanging out with my homegirl, who, you know, I got to kind of update, and who related on a lot of levels, that was just really good. So here's our first long form combination video. Let's see how it goes.